technique. We have had an issue with live streaming at 7:30. I hope you missed me. So here I am with you now. There was a Facebook issue with the live streaming, so we solved it and Facebook solved it, and thank you for this. Sorry for not being with you earlier. So let's start our practice of tonight, lovely ladies. I hope we are live now. Make us a sign, send us some messages if you see me. So put your shoes on and let's start. I would like to start today to speak with you about something very important, and let's talk a little bit in the beginning before starting doing the exercises about our axis, about our weight, and how is better and better to place it in the floor, to feel secure, stable, comfortable, but to feel autonomous, to feel independent. I would like to strengthen this point that it's so important to feel independent with our axis in the floor, to give energy to the floor and to take energy from the floor so that we can share it to the partner. So it's like, I think it's like in life, right? We have to feel very good with ourselves so that we can share, right? So that's why I would like to strengthen this point, because many times I see in the milonga, this kind of situation of falling and depending on the partner, and of losing our axis swimming on the partner. So it's very important actually to feel more, more powerful and more independent with our own body, our own weight in the floor, so that we can actually express and react with the partner and share a beautiful embrace and connection, then for the partner to feel that he's carrying us, carrying our weight, So let's start to think about this by doing some exercises. First, do you observe that I have all my weight now on the feet in the floor, and including heels and all the foot, the entire foot in the floor, right? So let's try to observe some differences, right? What if I would be like this, right? Well, I would be far away from the partner and like not being secure, and somehow sending my my center into him and not creating space and not being secure actually, right? This is one point that we don't, one situation that we don't want. What if, for example, I would be like this? I mean, sending my axis on my toes, right? Oh, and over my toes, and then falling constantly on the partner and depending on him. If he moves away from, like I have it imaginary, right? If he moves away, I will not feel, I will fall, I will not feel confident at all. But what if we think that we want to centralize our axis, right? So we want to feel like it starts from here, up the head, and we take it through the back, through, like we have two channels, through shoulder blades, hips, right, dorsals, to the heels, and the heel, we use it, we push there in the floor like it's the end of our bones, of our legs bones, right? And then we want to, in front, we want to push there with the metatarsus as well in the floor, with the whole foot. Metatarsus are these ones right here. So upward the toes in the center, right? So I will show you, it's here, under this, inside. So it's very important that we don't want to step out, we don't want to place our weight inside on this beam, here inside on the bone, but we want to place our weight to connect it, with the heels and with the metatarsus in the center, there in the middle, upward the first three toes, from the feet, right? So let's think now that we want to place inside belly muscles, belly button inside, like we want to stick it every time to the back, and we want to stretch this part like we have a corset, right? So here to here, and I want to feel that with my upper part I am embracing all the time my partner. I am creating this connection, but bringing the diaphragm and the ribs inside, right? So I would not want to break, yeah, to create this curve as well, to break the back and to create this curve that is unpleasant and is not healthy, but I would rather want to stick these muscles. Yes, I hope it's visible, right? I would like to actually place inside here, align the back to the heels, and as well align the upper part. And I would like to feel that I am embracing my partner with the back open here. I'm surrounding and I am creating this connection as well with my shoulder blades in his palms here, right? So I am giving energy from the back, always surrounding, and here is the chest is open. I am connecting with my chest, but I will not neither close it and close the shoulders, yeah, and I will neither break them and also the elbows to the back, right, like we were saying. Good. So now that we have these explanations, let's try to do as well some exercises. Try this posture, try to stand up like this now. Yes, so try this to tick these details, right, for you. So let's go now. Let's take the heels up, right, so that we can feel this exercise of power in the floor. So from the heels, take the heels up and connect your center, yeah, that is sent to the back, connect it to the metatarsus and push there. And now bend a little bit and keep there the power without falling forward or back and without moving, you know. And then push towards up and go back with the back over the heels and with the weight on the whole foot. Yes, let's do one more time. And we go up, yeah, and we go bending, and don't bring the hips forward and don't fall over the back or in forward on the toes, right? And push up and bring yourselves back. And when we go back, we don't go back, yeah, with the or neither forward, right? Bien. So from this point here, let's try to think that we are going forward to change the way to walk, and we are going backwards. So what should we take into consideration? For the forward, right? I'm going forward. I'm going to resist inside the hips and center, yes, and I'm going to push into the base leg like I would like to go in and out, in and front, right? So I am going to resist and arrive with my body over the heel and foot. So it's important for you to step with the heel, because when you're changing the weight over the heel as well, then your axis is there, powerful in the floor. So let's change the weight here and let's go back. So now, when I'm going back, I want to feel that I'm going to stretch this to react with this part from here, from the center towards down, but my upper body will remain with my partner, right? So we will think of two parts of the body, that we are not going to go as women in a block, right? Because we will pull the partner. Either we are not going to react like this, right? Because we will just fall as well forward, right? So we would like to push into the base leg, take the heel and start, right? So start pushing, right? Pushing and arriving. So let's do it continuous so that we can, when we do it in slow motion, it looks different. So let's go like bam, pushing and arriving. change the weight, resist and go forward, forward, change and then push, push, change and then go, go, and feel that this is reacting, responding, and the legs are stretching, and here you are keeping inside and you are going forward, right? And arrive always, like as you observe, arrive with the body over the leg, right? And now change the weight, and now let's think of this, right? So let's think of this episode or of this episode, right? That is not going to happen like this, right? So let's think that we are going to push and go, right? And when we are changing here the weight, we are going to transfer metatarsus and transfer first the center and arrive to the heel, and in the moment we are starting to transfer, we will free the past leg, right? So one more time. So we are going to resist inside, yeah, and go standing, 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 right? And now change and send yourselves, send yourselves, send yourselves. Or if you have a partner, try it with a partner, right? So, and make sure that this part is always working, right? That is reacting in the stretching, or for the forward is reacting inside, delaying the free leg, and then we are going, right? So we don't want to project early. It's not the free leg that sends us forward, right? So the free leg shouldn't have so much energy to guide us for the forward step. It's actually the body pushing in the floor. I resist inside, I resist the free leg, and then I arrive with the body over the leg, right? Good. Now, this was like very technical today, explaining exactly these details of the super basic, and maybe less movement, but it's important to as well know, all these details. So, besides only moving ourselves. So, now let's try to do an exercise of exactly of keeping axis, but it's at the same time an adorno as well. So, let's try to take our axis on the left, right? And keep, yeah, like we spoke, and then we go to take the leg like this, the foot touching the other, behind the other knee, right? So, we are going to slightly push, slightly push there, the other knee, like we would like to replace it, and we would like to go inside, behind, change the weight, free the leg, yes, and then start going like pim, pam, and then again. And go in the cross behind, change the weight as well by moving make sure that your center is going inside. And you have the whole foot on the floor. And we are going pim, pam, and then again. Start pushing slightly into the other one and make yourself space, and now change the weight and change as well the center right here. So we are going pim, pam, and then again, right? And then again.
We have a question, Laura. So
yes.
We are very happy about the question.
Yes.
Ching, you asked us. So Ching was saying it's beautiful what we are doing, but what about when you are dancing with someone who does not use the same system? That's the question, and I let you.
Yes, I know what you mean. But actually it works. I tested over my tango life, and it actually works with adapting to every, let's say, every style of dancer. If we have our own axis, in the floor, it's about like adapting levels, probably, because let's say he wants us to go a bit, a bit more inventing, but still I don't have to, let's say that the partner goes dancing just in a lower level, right? So that's why I can keep the same. You see, like I can keep the same the same basics. Like even if I adapt myself to go just a little bit bending the knee after him, you know, adapting to the partner. But the idea is, the difference is that I will not go to lose my axis. You see? So I will not go to fall on the partner because of this, but I will just keep the same. But let's say adapting to the level, right?
I might be now a leader, because the cool thing was before I went like really down. I would never do that.
Exactly.
But I feel that Laura has always her autonomy. So she does not only have the connection with me, she has the connection with herself and with the floor.
With the floor. So this is what we are talking about.
Now, if I'm a leader, which I'm not, but let's say who just stretches a lot, so this kind of like bit of European style. No, stretching a lot.
But the same, I am going to use my, you know, I mean, I am going to keep the connection with her, with him, with her. But the same, I will be, you know, in the floor with my own weight, with my own axis, you know. So this is as well. The idea is like not letting the partner to carry you, but you give him back energy from the fact that you have your own axis in the floor, pushing all the time, you know, like being stable and independent, so that you can give him back energy.
Even if I'm a leader, which again I'm not, going with the weight a lot forward, or like dancing a bit like this, I would of course be able to cope with a lady who will also sacrifice her axis. We think that's no, don't do that ever.
Really.
But let's say I'm this, Laura is not. So even if I like dance like that,
still look, if I have my if I have my weight, my axis placed through the back in the heels and in the metatarsus, and putting all this inside, like going through the back, then my axis is like, you know, very secure, very, thank you so much, you know, very stable, and I have the power to receive this kind of style, you know, even if he's going forward, if he wants to lose axis on me. So I have the power to receive this, you know, without hurting my back. This is very important, you know, to keep healthy, not only now at home, but to keep healthy while we dance in couples, right?
We answers to us that this idea of connection with yourself and with the flow, that's a beautiful concept. Just wanted to.
I am very happy. So I am very happy for you. Like I wish you to really think of this and try to practice and to feel the experience. You know, to feel this in your body, to experience it when you will be able for dancing. Okay. So this was really today very technical explanation, and I hope you enjoyed it and you find it useful for your dance. Tomorrow we'll come back to more movement, right? But if we if we do all the exercises that we do, taking into account these details, this is very important to have this power in the floor, this weight, independent in the floor, so that we can be able to work all this and to be expressive and to be connected with the partner like this, you know. So thank you so much, and hopefully tomorrow we can go online live at the normal hour, which is 7:30. Yes, let's pray for this and let's hope. And I wish you a beautiful evening, and to think of all these things and to try them. And also to go through all our videos that we have been doing so far, to practice, and tomorrow we practice together again. Tomorrow there will be more movement, beautiful movements for us, right? Okay, have a good night, stay healthy, stay good, see you tomorrow.